Well, hey, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Your Next Cast. Thank you so much for checking out another episode. I really appreciate you stopping by. If this is your very first time, I hope that you'll drop a comment below. And if you enjoy this content, hit that thumbs up. That's encouraging to me and lets me know that this is the type of content that you want to see. So today, it's going to be real quick. We just want to try to make your preparation for your next cast a little bit easier. We're transitioning into fall, and there's 3 things I think you should definitely have on your boat. Now, a lot of times I will see fishermen out getting in the water here at Hunting Run or Lake of the Woods or wherever I'm fishing, and they'll have 10, 15, 20 rods on their boat. And if you can afford to do that, that's awesome. But to me, that makes you less productive. You're going to be less efficient, probably less effective because you have so much there. What I've found is when you become more simplistic, it's very easy to narrow down what you need to do and hone in on the proper technique. And so, again, I'm not an expert, but if you watch this channel, you've seen I do pretty well in the places that I fish. And so right now, I only have 3 rods on my boat, 3 rod and reel combos, and I'm gonna walk you through what I have on them. So the first is spinning rod and reel, no surprise there. But what you wanna have tied on is an extra wide gap hook. And I usually choose a 3/0 hook just because I can put a 4-inch worm on there, I can put a 5-inch worm on there, I can put a Kitech on if I want to, or any other type of swim bait. And so the reason I like this is because I usually start up close and work my way out. So if I'm gonna be up close on the bank, then I wanna make sure that I'm throwing something that I can hit dirt with, drag it into the water, something that I can pull through the grass without a problem. And this is a weedless and weightless technique. And that's really the key. You really wanna throw this weedless and weightless. That way, you know, between that 1 to 3 foot of water, you can just throw it up on the bank, drag it through, and that's what I do a lot of. Every now and again, I'll tie like something with a paddle tail and maybe jerk it on top of the water if I feel like a top water bite is what's going to be productive. But either way, having this tied on, maybe even having 2 spinning combos with just an EWG hook on, so you can quickly, you know, change from what you want to. But you don't need a ton of them. You know, 1 or 2 is going to get it done most likely, because again, you want to hone in on that slow presentation, that slow pull into the water that fish are going to react to. And you're going to see me try this in just a little bit, because there's a couple of points. There's a point right here and a point right here that I'm actually going to go fish that I've seen fish activity on, so we should get a bite. The second thing that I do, so if I'm not getting it in that 1 to 3 foot range, I'll probably slide off into that 4 to 5 to 6 feet range. And that's when I'll throw a KVD 1.0 square bill. And I love this chartreuse black back. You've seen me throw it here in Hunting Run a bunch. It's perfect. And it's been picking up fish. And part of the reason I think that's the case is because I'm finding that the smaller profiles are being more productive right now. I've definitely caught a lot more, even in this area. I did a video the other day from this exact area where, you know, my other lures weren't doing a whole lot. I switched down to something smaller, even caught one on this, and they started lighting it up. So that smaller profile is definitely your friend right now. And then lastly, when I go out into, you know, maybe 8, 9, 10, 12, 14 feet of water, I usually go with a Ned rig and just kind of jig it up and down. Ned rig works all the time. Again, I think that smaller profile has been what's really been attracting the fish. So there you go right there. The other thing is I could put a Kitech on here if I wanted to, or some other swim bait, but that TRD finesse, which you're going to see me throw some today, has been really effective. So for me, those are the 3 combos that I think you need on your boat, and you'll do just fine. Again, I usually come out and fish for 90 minutes to 2 hours and can easily catch, you know, 8 to 10 fish roughly between these 3 setups. So maybe you want to have 6 rods on your boat, so you can have 2 of each. But again, you don't need a whole lot of equipment. You don't need a whole lot of stuff on your boat, especially if you come here like Hunting Run and you're renting a boat and you don't want to load it up with a ton of stuff, or if you're just prepping for the next trip that you're going to take and you don't want to take a bunch of stuff. Because again, I find it so much easier when I don't have a ton of clutter on my boat. Same thing in life. When you can begin to remove the clutter from your life, you are going to perform better, you're going to be more productive, and you're going to be more efficient. So now what I'm going to try to do is put this into action. I hope that I can. So I'm going to fish this area with these 3 lures. I'm going to actually go up on these banks and these points and fish it. We're going to fish for about 90 minutes again. It's 8:50, so it's almost right at 9 o'clock. So we're gonna fish right up until about 10:30 and hopefully show some evidence of the things that I just said. Here we go. Okay. All right, there we go. It's 2 off this spot. So I'm still continuing to drift. We got 2 right off the bat in that area back here, right off this point back here that you can see. And right now I'm just drifting with the wind, letting the wind blow me. I think I'm gonna run over here and fish this point just because it's got a great breeze going across it, and I don't necessarily want to spend the time going down in this area, although that area is usually pretty good, to be honest with you. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and fish this face over here. Hopefully we get one over there. This little guy yanked it right off the bat. So I threw it in there. Calm down, buddy. It's a little guy, but that just shows you in a matter of 30-some minutes, this worm produced some fish, which is good. And I'm gonna just keep going with it. I don't have a need to switch up. See, this is the other good thing. When your first option is working good, you don't really have to switch up to the others. Now, hopefully we can run into some better size. We'll see. in by accident. Calm down, buddy. Calm down. All right, one more small one. Caught that guy while I was trying to film this underground island right here. This is another nice island that I've fished a lot, but haven't been able to see it very well, but it's really cool to be able to see what it looks like right now. Yep. Fish, guys. Got him. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Where you at, buddy? We're not gonna play with this one and try to lose him. He's not that big, but I want to make sure we get him in the boat. Cute little guy. Come on, man, we stuck him good. Like you say, the worm has been doing good, so there hasn't been any reason to have to switch to anything else at this point. That was a really cool jump. That's probably going to be our last one of the day. So thank you so much for watching. Again, I didn't even have to bring the other two rods. I could have just brought this one rod and would have done all that I did today. So just goes to show you, you don't need a ton of equipment to come out here and be successful. Anyway, hope you have a good day and a good night. We'll see you next time.